with this game. Certainly has shown some excellent sustain, has really kept with it. Priw8, I don't think we've seen too much in this game, so it's exciting to see. Not too much. There we go. All right, and for anyone who's not familiar with this game, I will do my best. Featuring Binding of Isaac. These guys. Listen, I have one timer program. I don't have multiple. All right, we're off. And we are underway. This is Cadence of Hyrule. It's the sequel-ish. It's a sequel-like to Crypt of the Necrodancer. Main thing, of course, to take note is the fact that it does go to the beat. You can see that here. What you're actually seeing is something we lovingly call the bleep bloops. And what that is they're checking their map. So just like Crypt of the Necrodancer, this game is completely procedurally generated. But the way it works is there is a series of tiles that get jumbled around on the map every seed. So each tile is roughly the same, although there is some jumble with those. And then they're each jumbled around. Now, this is an early find of the Goron Locket, and that's actually really awesome. So those little shrines, the Sheikah stones that Priw8 and Kailaria have hit there, those are going to give them the opportunity to teleport back there after when they get the loot. Priw8 actually finding another tile. There's key tiles you're sort of looking for. One is the Goron shop, which we just saw, and then Priw8 just found the Wisdom Torch. And that is a torch that you can see up in the HUD in the top right and allows you to see inside chests. Now, Priw8 is going to pick up, what was that, the Cane of Samaria. Yeah, there's some serious zoomies going on Priw8's. It seems like the camera tries to autofocus. I like Kailaria's choice of soundtrack here. Is this a rival, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, but it looks like Kailaria's first stop is going to be the Zora Cave, where you get the flippies. So we're going to pick up them flippies. By the way, let me throw on the overlay. Let's go ahead and use this to help you all know where we are at. Is this Chip Cell? Oh, right on. All right, and our first pick is going to be... That's not it. Oh, that is it. There we go. So we've got the Sheikah Stone Touch for the first of 4... dungeons that they're all looking for. Priw8's still sort of scouring the landscape looking for various objects and items and those sorts of things, but did pick up that Wisdom Torch, which can be really valuable. Kailaria's going to dive right into this first dungeon, and it is Wizrobo's dungeon. The Ice Grotto. Frozen Grotto, something along that line. Did we see leaping? Oh yeah! Kailaria picked up leaping. Now that is a new item added to the DLC, much to the chagrin of some of the speedrunners. Ooh, but Kailaria is looking a little hurt here, and effectively using Zelda's right trigger move, which is Naru's Love, I think. Is that right? I always mix it up. And that allows you to reflect damage. It's incredibly broken, and it's the main reason why everybody plays as Zelda. All right, Priw8's going to pick up those flippies as well, and is going to go hit the stone of this dungeon. Now, doesn't have to fight the dungeon, but looks like is going to fight the dungeon. You hit the stone to be able to teleport back. All right, we're going to see a few little skips here. Every dungeon has 2 floors. Oh, the boots leaping are right there. It sent Priw8 right off the end. And they're just going to take the boots and head on. I think they're going to maybe use the boots to map the rest of the overworld, perhaps. Meanwhile, though, Kailaria is getting through, has one more. This is the big key room here. You collect the big key, like any good Zelda game. You pick up the big key and then head to the boss. Ooh, but looked like, is that a courage kill? I'm not sure. That didn't look intentional. But some effective uses of Naru's Love there to avoid dying. Yeah, exactly, Telethia. I think that's the right call, using those boots. You can see Priw8 is into the desert. It's going to be looking for... There is a desert temple, so going to be looking for that. And a Pegasus Anklet pickup for Kailaria. That is another movement buff. And Kailaria's going to pick up this piece of heart, which also gives full health. So, nice pickup there. And it's going to go straight into the Wizrobo fight. So we are going to see a Wizrobo battle here. Meanwhile, Priw8 picking up the glove from... what are their names again? The Ladies of the Desert? I can't remember. Gerudos. Gerudo? Gif? I don't know. Alright, gonna use some Boots of Leaping there to move around quickly and kill this Wizrobo. She's using just a flail, so it's only doing 1 damage. This is going to be a lengthy fight, but the flail in this game is actually amazing. It's like it's like a whip that moves like a cat if you're a Necrodancer player. There's the Sheikah Stone touch for Priw8, and there's the oboe pickup for Kailaria. So Kailaria has one of the 4 weapons. Now there is a 5th dungeon that you need to use, or need to go into, and Priw8 just entered it here. It is the Kakariko Crypt. And inside the Kakariko Crypt, you are going to find a beautiful, delicious hibiscus potion. And with that, you can awaken Link. Link's Awakening. And so that is that other node on the on my outline or overlay there. You can see it. Now Kailaria is going to be using this puzzle here. These you have to play the Garuda song, and the positions of the notes switch, but the colors of the notes are always the same notes in the song. So these racers have memorized the song. And we're going to be doing some leaping around. Now those boots are almost exhausted. They've almost run out. You can see there's a little meter there. And Kailaria is going to pick up the loot here. Looks like Priw8 also grabbed the loot. I'm not sure where Priw8 got it from, but I'm going to guess also from the desert. Zelda pronunciation? Am I saying Zelda wrong? Zeldo? Zelda? It's Zelda, isn't it? Okay, we got the touch there. You got the touch of the shrine. And we're gonna just teleport away. Oh, do we have a coupon? Not yet. Never mind. All right, hibiscus potion get for Priw8, and Priw8's gonna awaken Link. So there is an awoken Link on the overlay. You can see in the bottom right. One of the flags you have to hit. You gotta hit basically 5 flags before you go for the final fight here. This game's sweet, man. What a cool game. Link is woke. All right, Gerudo, Z-Lad into the desert temple for Priw8. Gonna be working through here with their wisdom torch. Presumably they can see something good inside the chest. Just unfortunately we can't. They gotta turn off their auto. It really does not like the autofocus. Really does not like this temple. All right, Kailaria is gonna get a hook shot and head out. Oh no, sorry, it's just gonna teleport and then to the dungeon entrance. Oh no, it's just a mistake. Never mind. They're in the so both racers now in the desert temple. We got some floaty boots here. That's fun. Kick that over to
I love the floating.
Tic Tac, who loves the floating. So do I. I'll be honest. The immense heat, yeah. Okay, so it looks like a mini boss is dead for Priw8. Priw8 is now in the boss key room and is going to grab that boss key. There it is on the overlay. And Kailaria, you can see how much faster Kailaria got through that. Now, one thing to always keep in mind is the bomb count. Sorry, the key count. So let's take a look at the key count here. It looks like, I think Kailaria is at 1, yeah. And Priw8, it's pretty hard to read. So I'll just keep looking at it and hopefully it'll focus. What was that, 3? 2? I think they have more. 4! Holy moly. Okay. So that's actually a pretty interesting potential advantage for Priw8. Having that many keys. And do we have pants? We have pants. Hello, pants.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Nice. We're starting out today with a Cadence of Hyrule showcase match. And then we're going to have some fun Necrodancer races after that. So we get to test your knowledge on Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, are we doing like story mode and stuff, or doesn't look like it? I don't think.
Uh-oh.
I get all instruments, right?
I'm sharing my screen, but it seems like because I've got the overlay thing up, it's showing you just that. Is that true?
I can't see anything. My Discord still can't be screen share apparently.
Oh, so I don't need to bother with it then? Okay.
Womp womp.
If you just want to pull up both racers, then that's
yeah.
cool. You can either watch mine or pull up both racers. It's all good. All right. Hey, everybody, it's Pants. Do the Pants dance. All right. So, looks like Kailaria is trying to get the Hibiscus Potion here. That's from this Dark Link, and there it is. And Priw8's going for the Wiz Robo kill. So you can see that what tends to happen with this this game is that racers might diverge a little bit, but they ultimately tend to come back to one another. And now we're seeing there that they now have the exact same setup, other than I believe Priw8 has quite a few more keys.
Did that say 6? 4. Okay.
4, yeah. He's got some autofocus issues. Might try and get him to turn off autofocus. What the heck does a magic torch do? I don't actually know. Chat, help, or Pants if you know. Magic?
Magic torch lets you see with +3 vision radius. Until they added actual magic torches to the game, and then they just changed it to luminous torch.
Very good. Yes, thank you. That was the information I was expecting. But not the information that we need. Okay. Is wisdom plus glass at the cost of stamina? What? Oh, okay. Okay, so we're on our way to the swamp.
When does that drain stamina? Like, whenever you enter a room?
Just at all times?
Seems pretty bad.
Yeah, do the torches just burn at all times? Yeah, every beat, yeah. I think that's right. Emu, thank you! 4 years seems like a lot. That's a bit much, even.
Jeez, that's almost a year.
Yeah, 4 years is almost a year. Thanks so much, Emu. Alright, looks like Kailaria has now switched back to going up the mountain this time. And she's going to do a skip here that's pretty useful because there's a quite lengthy puzzle screen up above, but she's going to skip it right here and go straight into the temple in Death Mountain. We got Priw8 going into the swamp. Let's get these updated. Now, did Kailaria hit the stone? I believe so. Whenever you enter the swamp, the stone we usually count as the one at the beginning of the maze, so she hit that. And hit the stone for the Death Mountain and is going to grab some bombs and then head back. Now we're going to see a skip here. Every, like I said, every dungeon has 2 levels, but you usually skip the first level, and that was a way to skip it. You press the button, and now those air blowers have switched, and now this is the second floor instead of the first. All right, Priw8's already on the boss. Priw8 flew through this palace. I think it has a lot to do with having that obsidian rapier. Both racers going with the obsidian rapier.
How does obsidian work in this game again? Is it 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
And then glass is 3?
Yeah.
Or is it 4? 3, okay.
That sounds all right to me. All right, so you can see actually Priw8's got a little bit of an advantage here. Might have something to, I think Priw8 was able to get through that palace so quickly because of the key count.
That would make sense.
The need for damage up sucks. I mean, you need damage up in Necrodancer too. I mean, you don't need it in either game, but you know, I guess it's probably harder to low percent this game than it is Necrodancer. Alright, we got Priw8 at the Death Mountain, and Kailaria is about to fight my favorite boss, Glockenspiel. Nice. Unfortunately, she's going to make super quick work of it, so it's not going to be a long fight. The music's so good.
I personally prefer Gomaraka's.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Wise.
Yeah. I think the Swamp Temple music is my favorite temple music. But yeah. Alright, so the last thing that Kailaria needs is the swamp, the Gomarakas, which we will hear. For Pants. And Priw8 just picking up the boss key now. So Priw8 is ahead here. By about 1 floor, or 1 temple floor. Maybe a little more than that. Not sure. Kailaria was going for like clearing these floors. So whenever you clear a room, you go into fixed beat mode, which is pretty excellent. I think that's a really nice choice for this game. But the problem there is you got to clear the room to get to that, and sometimes it's faster to just run through the room at the beat than to clear it. And right there, I feel like that was the case for Kailaria, but okay. All right. So Priw8's in go mode, as they say in the Link to the Past randomizer community. Priw8's able to just go for it now. So the next steps in this is where the game turns into more of a Necrodancer style game. You're going to run through 2 dungeons. The first of which is the Hyrule Castle, sort of light world Hyrule, and then we go through dark world Hyrule and fight Ganon. Now, when you get to this, you need 3 keys to get through it. I'm going to assume... Yeah, it looks like the key count's good. Now there's only 2 left because there's 2 more floors.
I mean, you can get keys during the dungeons. They just are much harder to get here than elsewhere in the world.
Exactly.
So you want to have them on your way in.
Yep. Yeah, you have to go out of your way to get keys if you don't already have them. And oftentimes it's best to just kind of pick them up along the way. That's also one of the major downsides of dying in this game. It's not permadeath, but if you die, you do lose your key count, and that can be pretty detrimental. Oh, does Priw8 have courage? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Courage rapier is very fast. And there's the maracas for Kailaria. So Kailaria now going to be in go mode and heading off to Hyrule Castle just as Priw8 finishes those first 3 floors. Now, Kailaria does only have 1 key and is going to need 2 more keys in this dungeon. I forgot to mention there is a mini-boss, sort of the Ganondorf, if you will, of this game. It is Octavo. And it's a series of 5 phases that you have to fight through. Each phase, you have to do 5 damage to Octavo. And what we've seen in the past is trying to aim for that one shot. Pretty valuable because he teleports after you hit him.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see right here with the obsidian, if you get hit, you lose your damage, just like a Necrodancer.
Yeah, that makes the war drum like quite good in this game, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oftentimes that's what you need to put yourself over that extra damage. There is some enchantment scrolls you can get as well that give you that +1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty valuable as well. And of course having the rapier for the lunge. But the lunge is just +1. I think that was the major difference. So obsidian is still 1, 2, 3, but
oh yeah.
Yeah, the lunge is not double, it's just +1. Sort of reins in the damage a little bit, which I think is fine. Most enemies are only 3 health anyways. But there's a few beefy ones that you do not kill as fast as you would if it was a Necrodancer obsidian rapier. Okay, and Priw8 is now into Dark Hyrule.
I find it a bit odd that there are some enemies, maybe even most, I don't know. There are definitely some enemies that change their attack pattern when they get to higher levels, not just their health and stuff like that.
I think it's
confusing when I was learning the game.
I think it's kind of like
really entirely learn the game.
Right. I think it's kind of like how bats are in Necrodancer. So like a white slime might move like it's like some enemies move differently, like the Dairas, those mini bosses, they move differently. Like all the mini bosses, I don't know, I guess that's
yeah, I remember those specifically. Those like I think they're the Dairas, the things with an axe.
Yeah.
I knew how to fight them, and then I get to like the final areas and I was like, oh, that's a different colored one. How much health does it have? And I hit it and it says, 17 health or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's a lot. And then it changes and just axes me immediately. I'm like, oh, what? Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's true. The attack patterns are different on the white Dairas, which is not great, I think. But once you learn it, it's just important. It's not the same as Necrodancer. But I mean, the Earth Dragon, Fire Dragon, like they attack differently as well. But they still have the same beat pattern. Like it's still every other beat or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas the Daira, the white one, it has like a double attack. Like it's pretty strange. I think it's every other move, but that it goes like off, on, off, on, or something like that. Okay, we're against Ganon here. This is the Ganon fight. It is like exactly what you'd expect for a Necrodancer sequel. Instead of just one other character, you now have 2 other characters that you can control. And
exactly what you expect from Necrodancer speedrunners, we don't use either of them and instead use bombs.
Yeah, it's the exact same. Yeah, use bombs to circumvent the mechanic of the boss. But yeah, you're supposed to hit his shield down with one character and then hit him with the other character. And in a moment, we're going to see the beam. There it is. And Priw8 is going to take the first victory by killing Ganon. And we're going to see Kailaria here into Dark Hyrule, which is totally a jam. But that is going to be game 1 going to Priw8. Kind of nice to be back, seeing some Cadence of Hyrule. This game's great. Got got some good moves. There's the White Dyra there. Of course, with Zelda, you can just you can throw up the shield. Oh yeah, an 1811 is really solid, actually. That's super fast.
Wow.
Yeah, for a race, I mean, I think the world record is like, I could be so wrong with this, but I think it's like 15 or 16. But this is still really solid for a race. All right, and Kailaria is gonna quit out there.
My PP is like 25 or something.
I think I got like a 21, something like that. But
nice.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's pretty fun to speedrun, and there was a lot of really interesting strategies. I loved watching Rat try and like pick the game apart and figure out all the sort of strats.
Oh, he's real fun. Doing like really in-depth statistical type analysis instead of just being like, I don't know, it's a random game, I'll play it.
And there was some pretty great discoveries of some really wonky what was that, like boot? No, hold on, there was like a thing where you could like always be floating. No, you could like I'm trying to remember what it was now. You like kill a like on the beat that it grabs you, and then you just like fly over everything or something.
What?
Yeah, there's some like crazy glitches. I think that was fixed, but there was a very ridiculous glitch for a while.
Okay.
It was fun. All right, race is gonna start. Let's get into it. Kailaria Priw8. Now, as we're getting into this, I'll take a look at our current stats for this game. Looks like there's been only one match prior to this, and it was between Pleasant Breeze and Kailaria, and it went 1-1. So, Kailaria, of course, doesn't want to go down 2-0 here, is going to look for a match to tie it. Because these are just point-based, it's not like a best... There's no elimination here. Oh, shoot, they didn't fix their zoom. Or their... That's okay. We can mostly see what's going on. But yeah, because it's point-based, you're essentially accumulating points over the season. We don't need to do like a best of 3 or anything of that sort, so we're just doing 2 matches per set. You see that here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this game's a little longer than Necrodancer, so 3 matches felt like a little too much of an investment. We of course, one of our major philosophies of CoNDOR seasons is to make sure that it doesn't feel like a big overwhelming thing to do a match. I know there's seasons in like I watched like Link to the Past Rando and stuff. Sometimes they would do like best of 5s or whatever. That and it's like, oh my god.
I'm sorry. It's like
I don't think
30 to 90 minutes each. If you're like good.
I don't think it was quite best of 5s, but it was a lot. And yeah, sometimes it can be a lot just when you have like 4 auto gens if you're doing the side event in this. But you know, that's sort of by your own accord. 2 auto gens a week isn't so bad. Shouldn't be, anyways. The hope. Okay.
Reasonable.
Let's see where we're at here. So we've got Priw8 into the swamp. Kailaria still working on the overworld. Looks like just a few screens behind Priw8 in the swamp. In terms of key counts, though, we got 2 keys for each. No other weapons to sort of speak of besides just some bomb pickups. Yeah, exactly. Telethia. 2 auto gens like an hour a week, so that's pretty reasonable, I think. And it's fun to... I was having a lot of fun yesterday doing my races. Good times. And of course, even though the season has started, you can still sign up. You are welcome to join or quit at any time during our seasons. We prefer that you don't quit in the middle of a week, but yeah, you can essentially, yeah, you can join week 2 or week 3 or whichever. It's all good, which is super fun. All right, let me get my overlay here ready as we start to get close. Did they hit the... Yeah, I guess they did hit the swamp tile teleporter. They must have. A bomb boost to save a beat.
When you mark those as hit, do they literally have to hit it? Because for speedrunning, often I see people just skip the warp tiles entirely. Because like, I'm not going to die. It'll be fine. I'm not going to waste those beats.
I usually need them to hit it because it indicates that they can teleport back to it. But usually if you go straight, because you would hit it unless you're going straight into the dungeon. And if they go straight into the dungeon, then they're likely going to get the boss key. But there is the case, and we've seen it, where they skip it and then die, and then it's a long walk back. A long, very sad walk back. Ooh, a nice Torch of Wisdom find there from Kailaria. That's actually huge. Priw8's going to kill the shopkeep Frederick, and pick up a coupon. Now, the coupon you got to be a little careful with. Usually it's used for picking up the Goron Locket, which prevents you from taking lava damage. It's pretty solid. But if you try and buy something in another shop, Freddy's going to attack you. Because that coupon, as we've discussed at length, indicates to Freddy that you have murdered his kin. So... Freddy Rick, yep. Alright, so Kailaria is going to hit the grotto one here. Priw8 going to do a strat that doesn't actually work as well for RTA, but that's okay. You can quit out of the game, and it pauses the in-game time, which is usually done when you're speedrunning this game. But in RTA, it's actually slower. You just want to use the loot to teleport back to the start of the temple.
I was going to say, are you suggesting that they walk, Eli? That seems like they can't possibly...
Walking.
What are you talking about?
Walking's for suckers. We speed run. Oh, speed walk. No, they use the loot to get back to the start, I believe, is faster if you're doing RTA. But I think a lot of these racers are not as used to RTA as they are to in-game time. Okay, I gotta update my tracker here. Whoops. So I'm gonna say that they both touched the swamp, because I think they did. Unless I'm wrong, let me know, chat. Feel free to yell at me. And so yeah, once again, we're seeing Kailaria going for the oboe first. Yeah, it's a pretty minor difference in terms of time, but it does make a difference. And we've seen some matches come down to within a second, so... Okay, picking up the gloves for Priw8. Gloves are pretty important. You kind of have to get them. Most of the items you have to get in this mode are guaranteed in certain locations.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, yeah, there is permadeath mode.
It would definitely be very different if they weren't guaranteed, and I'd be interested in seeing what that looked like.
Yeah, well, there's permadeath mode, which actually does it, but we don't see people play that mode that much. Permadeath mode actually does totally randomize.
I haven't played in a long time. If I remember right, permadeath seems great, except for the actual permadeath.
Yeah. Yeah, racing permadeath seems probably fine, because there's not that many deaths, and we would probably see a little bit of, like, more safety strats and stuff. Okay, I think I'm falling desperately behind on my overlay here. That's a... I don't know if Kailaria hit the desert tile. I think just hit the cactus desert. Ooh, and we got a rapier, a base rapier pickup, and that's why it's so important to have the wisdom torch there so you can see in those boss chests.
Ooh, yeah.
So with that rapier, we are gonna eventually make our way to the back of the castle where we can infuse it. In this game, you don't ever find... Oh, nice little slip and slide play there to not have to swim. That was really cool. But yeah, you never find like titanium or obsidian weapons. You have to infuse them. That's the way that this game's mechanics work for that to have any damage up on your weapons. So the only weapons you ever find are base. You can actually infuse them with blood, although I think they call it ruby. Or you can infuse them with poison, which is something actually what's kind of interesting about poison is something we talked about in Necrodancer before that game was released. We were like, what about like a poison damage where you like it ticks damage on enemies? That was definitely something I remember bringing up. I don't know if it was my idea, but I definitely brought it up back in the Necrodancer days, way back. And we see it in this game. It's pretty cool.
What's the Did it just never happen, or
no? It just never happened. They just didn't do it. It was just a suggestion. Okay. All right. Yeah, the problem is like finding poison here is bad because you would rather infuse it with just like straight up damage ups. Whereas if it was in a Necrodancer context where you just like, oh, it's like sometimes you take gold because it's better than base, right? So.
Yeah.
All right, what happened there? Kailaria messed up. Did she not get the infuse? Oh, doesn't have the glove. Oh, no. Tragedy strikes there.
Oh, so she can't
pretty big waste of time.
The key room? Oh no.
Yeah, you need to be able to throw that half block.
Uh-huh.
Ah, that stinks.
She has keys though.
She does have keys.
Use those? That seems like.
Oh yeah, because you can just use the key to go in.
Yeah. That seems probably worth it.
Yeah,
I
probably.
would think.
Our resident Aria expert, RP2 Knight here. Just base dagger. All right, Priw8 getting the boss key. He's gonna go fight Wizrobo. Fun fact, the oboe playing in Wizrobo was played by Northern Lion's wife.
Lovely Momo.
Who is a oboe player. There it is. Oboe.
I would hope so.
Yes. I guess that's kind of a redundant thing to say. She just was handed an oboe and said, go for it.
And she went, and they're like, yeah, great.
Got it. Yeah, Danny gave it the old thumbs up. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, there is a key door there. Can you just open that? Or do you have to, like...
Pretty sure.
Huh. That's just, like, something that nobody ever does, so you just don't think about it.
Yeah, out of all the reasons why you would choose the random seeming instruments that they chose, like, that's a great reason to choose them.
I know somebody... Well, I think the main reason is for the puns. I think that's exactly why
That's
all
fair.
of the things are named
That's
the
fair.
way they are. And then they had to find somebody who plays an oboe. Like, that's definitely what happened there. I don't think it was like... Alright, what enemy in
I mean,
Zelda...
I'm sure
like,
they had a brainstorming session where they came up with all the puns for all the different bosses or stuff from Zelda lore, and they came up with like 9 or 10. And then like, do we know anyone who plays an
Okay,
oboe?
that's probably true. Man, I want to see that list real bad. Oh, Priw8 gonna go snag this key here. I like that boomerang use.
Like Kailaria there walking on the walls. It's always fun.
Yeah, I think that at first I know it's a little bit confusing to see the extra layers and stuff in this game, but the extra layers actually adds pretty neat. It's a whole new level to the game. Thanks for laughing. You don't have to. All right, Kailaria gonna grab the bass guitar. I mean, it could have just been Guitarmos Nights, but I guess they wanted to like just have like a bass-heavy song.
It fits with the vibe of the battle and the sprites.
All right, we're going back to Infuse. Priw8 getting the boss key here. I'm gonna fight Gomarakas. Yeah, I was gonna say the one that we definitely know that they came up with, but and sort of used in the game, but did not actually name it is Organon.
It's so good.
It's so good, and Organondorf, of course.
And it's so like obvious that it's not even. It doesn't even feel too bad that they didn't actually put that in, because it's like, oh yeah, that's obviously what this is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's so good.
I guess, Nintendo or whoever was like, maybe let's not.
Maybe don't
But-
use one of our major, like he's the Bowser of Link. Like, he's a big deal. And, yeah, they were like, maybe don't. You can call him Gomarakas, that's fine. We don't really care too much about Goma. Oh man, Ganondorfian? Seems good. Makes you think bodily organs? Yeah, that might also have been a conversation they actually had at Nintendo, being like, but wait. They both have oboe? I didn't think Kailaria grabbed oboe, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. I've been struggling to get these. So if they do, that's fine. Yes, they do. Yes, I just saw it there. So thank you. Yeah, it does show in the left side of the item screen, so. Because of the rain. It's very immersive. All right, go maracas here for Kailaria. Now, I don't know what... I think I'm missing a instrument for Priw8. There's the maracas. Ooh, Priw8 getting stunned on the trapdoor, and...
Oh, don't do that. No, goodbye.
Down they go. All right, Kailaria now going for just some bombs and then going to go to the Temple of Storms. Usually, yeah, you get that windmill tile and then you can teleport kind of close. I need to see Priw8's item screen so I can make sure I've got all the right instruments on the overlay. There is the Glockenspiel. Nope. Not when they're not. They didn't go. Oh, they've got them all. All right. Nice.
Nope.
Okay,
Well,
we're in go mode. Here we go.
now we know.
And yeah, just a full temple back here. Does that work? There's like a way to do this. There it is. Nice. Well done, Kailaria. So lots of skips to get past those blowers. And she has piercing, so is just ramming through all these enemies, killing them,
How
no
does that
problem.
one work? Like,
Yeah, you have to plant the bomb.
she's going at Bard speed, but is it required, or just is that the fast way to do it? You know, is there timing stuff in there?
I don't think so. I don't think there's like a sub-beat bard thing. I think it's just how you have to set it up. But I'm not positive.
It looks like she threw a bomb and then hook-shotted before the bomb landed, basically, to get in front of it.
Well, I think she hookshot it first to get herself set up to place the bomb in the right tile, to then hookshot past the bomb to get the boost. So that, yeah, but I'm not totally sure. Hookshot, waste a beat, bomb, hookshot, left up. There you go. Yeah, I don't think it has to be like quickly done, but of course the
So the
speed
hookshot
running.
just goes straight through bombs then.
The which? Oh, the hookshot, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bombs that are lit. If it's a bomb sitting on the ground that you can grab, it will grab it.
Fair, yeah.
All right, Kailaria still has to wake Link, actually. So, Kailaria a little ways back here, but some Boots of Leaping maybe will give her a chance.
Oh, hello. I have not played since these were added. I like the springs.
And grabbing that last... Yeah, funny. Grabbing that last key that she needs. So, should make pretty quick work of the Hyrule Castle. Priw8, though, is already done with it, so... Gonna have to catch up here. There's always a chance to catch up in Dark Hyrule. Dark Hyrule is difficult. It's 4 levels, and the enemies have lots of health, and they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's like probably the most likely place to die in the run, right?
Definitely, yeah. All right, using those leaping boots for speed. Gotta light that torch to be able to get in. And another thing you're looking for whenever you're mapping here is you see those fences in the top right. That indicates the boss room. So Kailaria is going to head right there. So there's lots of interesting ways to sort of map, similar to Necrodancer. Okay, first floor done. As Priw8 finishes the Octavo fight, you can see Kailaria trying to just rush through and map as quick as possible. Although, is she going for a key here? Doesn't need it. Oh, Shovel of Courage. That is a... Just like in Necrodancer, it's really good. Really good in this game. Okay, it looks like the first floor boss for Priw8 here. Gonna drop down those stairs and now has 3 more floors remaining. Kailaria is really getting tangled up with these enemies. Sometimes you see those keys like right there and it's like, oh shoot, I could have just grabbed that so easy.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know because it is randomly generated. All right, we are going to go down to floor 3 now for Priw8. Priw8 making really good pace through Dark Hyrule and looking very safe. Nice, easy floor here as well. One more floor remains.
Jeez, Beacon looks so good.
Yeah, Priw8's really flying through this. Oh, yes. Kailaria picking up the Glapier, which is, that's a 5 damage. No, 4 damage lunge. So just needs something to give +1 to get the 5 threshold, I think.
Does not seem to have it, though.
Or am I wrong about that? No, it does have it. Is it 5?
Wait, what?
No, because that was a one-shot. Meanwhile, Priw8 is on Ganon here.
She might have the power boots? I can't quite tell in this resolution.
Nope. She's got boots leaping still.
Huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that
she's
makes
only doing
sense.
4. I'm sorry. I was just misreading. Yeah, she's only doing 4.
Oh, that's right. The health doesn't show up above Octavo. It shows
Yeah,
up above the wall
The
diamond.
crystals, yeah. All right, Ganon fight here going pretty well, getting a bomb off. The bombs do 2 damage to Ganon. Ganon has 3 health on each phase, 2 phases, and then this final phase where you have to step on the Triforce. And a nice bomb chew throw there to get Cadence out. Hey, look, it's Cadence. And you plant them on the Triforce and get the beam. All right, and Priw8 is the beam.
Not the beam, yes.
Not the bees. All right, and Priw8 takes game 2. GG's. In a 18-28, so very consistent run there. And well done, Priw8. All right, so a 2-0 victory
GG.
from Priw8. Well done. All right.